Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your week ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Just a quick note, all of my taroscopes are for your sun, moon and ascendant. Please don't forget to check out all three of them so that you can get a clearer picture of how these actually speak to you and how they work for you. I do speak about astrology and numerology within my taroscopes, and I kind of blend it all together. So far it's worked pretty well. And often I will talk about the larger transits as and when they come up, because obviously they're going to play a part in all of our lives in some way, shape or form. So with that said, if you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share. If you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. But if you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, if you haven't seen it yet, I have a new channel that is solely dedicated to meditations, that is solely dedicated to guided visualizations. So if you've made a point this year to say, right, I want to do more meditation, etc., I believe these will truly help. I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. For your key to the week this week, you have the Hanged Man. Give yourself over to spirituality this week, however and wherever it speaks to you. This is your moment, dear ones, right? For your key to the week, you have the Hanged Man card, and very often this is about letting something well, it's not even about letting something go, it's about letting yourself sink into what else there is beyond the veil, so to speak. I love this card for that reason, because it has a very spiritual connotation to it, and for those that know how to listen or to walk the path, let's say, it can lead you to some truly wonderful things. This week I actually feel like you're going to have like a very creative inspiration. This might be the next chapter of your book, it could be the subject of your blog, it could be I don't know, the social media campaign that's going to launch you. Something is coming in this week from a spiritual nudge, and it's going to be very creative, and it will just have you saying, right, that is what I'm supposed to be doing, that is what I'm supposed to be focused on at this moment in time. For your actions and options, you have the Six of Pentacles. There's a couple of ways this could play out, right? Remember, your actions and options, this is about what you do, and in a lot of ways the Six of Pentacles is about yes, the changing of hands of money. Sorry, you see the cogs of the brain, we're having a bit of a moment there. But you couple this with the Hanged Man, this is about you doing some form of charitable work this week. Something that you are doing or giving to somebody else who either can't do for themselves, or yeah, it's just like, this could be something really beautiful like charity. You could be giving money, you could be giving your time, your resources, you could be giving food, like whatever it is, this week you are doing something that is considered a truly good deed. And what I love most about it is it's coming from a true place of humility, where you care enough for other people in order to do something for them. What a beautiful way to live. For your communications and conversations, you have the Hierophant. Coupled with the Hanged Man, that is a truly spiritual connection, right? The reason I say this, yes, the High Priest has it's more of the dogmatic sort of nature of religion, it's more of the external, it's the ritual, it's the circumstance, it's the rigidity, it's the outward expression of religion, right? But you've got this coupled with the Hanged Man. This week, don't be surprised if you find yourself having very spiritual conversations, possibly some very deep conversations, and possibly with people that you hadn't expected to have such conversations with. This could be a boss, it could be that person in the office that, you know, always talks about booze, beer and boobs, you know, and then suddenly you find yourself having an amazing deep conversation with them. Allow yourself to be surprised this week, and allow yourself to be open to the kinds of communication that are coming in, because there's some wonderful avenues that could open up for you. Also, there's just this feel of either maybe you're connecting with local churches or local religious groups in some way, shape or form, and you're doing this because there's something that you know that you can do or give to the world. Beautiful, really. So for those of you that work for others, again, you could just be having conversations this week that blow your mind, right? And especially at the source of these conversations. For those of you that work for yourself, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, business owners, this is really nice, because in a way this week is going to see you discovering or intuiting, downloading what is going to set you apart, what is going to give you a new outlook, what is going to, what's going to take away the idea of competition and put you squarely in your own bloody lane. Yes. And then for those of you that are retired or no longer working for any reason, again, this is you utilizing your time for spiritual pursuits. And there's a lot of this happening this week as well. Interesting, that message seems to be resounding through the signs. But yeah, this is about you doing something, maybe working at a school, maybe volunteering at a shelter. Like, there's just a lot here of you giving to the world or to others. For your money and materials, you have the Page of Pentacles, right? So this week, pay attention to what comes up, because you're going to be revisiting it around the end of April going into May. When we get into Taurus season, whatever you set into motion, whatever good karma you put out into the world will be coming back to you in the form of something material. And don't let that be the reason that you do this, right? It's not anyway, because, I've already seen that. But, just in case anyone was out there thinking, ooh, I'm going to cheat the karma train. Let's load it up. All jokes aside, whatever you're doing this week, certainly on a material level, you will feel the ripples for it around the end of April going into May. Now, what this also tells me as well is, for those of you that have business ideas that are trying to appeal to banks or to get loans for something that you truly believe in, this Page of Pentacles, coupled with the Hierophant and even with the Six of Pentacles, the money that you need is there. The money that you need to have access to will be made available to you. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, watch out for your throat, your neck and your shoulders, this general area. Also, when it comes to your home and environment, enjoy your home and environment. This week it looks like you'll be doing that, and it may be as well, not guaranteed, but I don't know why, the energy that I get from this, if I'm completely honest with you, some of you may be adopting this week, and purely by circumstance. It doesn't have to be for good, it doesn't have to be a child, it could be a fur baby. I just feel like there's going to be this adoptive / fostering kind of energy this week. So maybe the home, as good as it is and as wonderful as it is, it's almost like you're opening that up and saying, I want to share this with more people. And it may just be that you are asked, somebody says, look, I need you to watch the dogs or the cats or my kids. There's something this week that might not be imposed on you, because you're already open to it, and we can see that. And then for your love and relations, you have the Devil card. It's not in this deck, it's called Nature. It's actually a beautiful deck. This is called the Green Witch's Tarot by Anne Mora. I love her. I've been reading her book since I was like 15. When I discovered my first green witchcraft book and was like, and yeah, kind of got stuck on her. But yes, sorry, I'm going off on a tangent now. Your Devil card, for those of you that are single, you may fail to spot that somebody else is trying to give you signals that they are into you, because you're so into everything else that you're doing. Just be aware of that. And then for those of you that are and as well with your spirituality, the message is don't go overboard with it, right? And the reason I say this is not because there's anything wrong with that, but if you're so far in the spiritual realm and somebody's not necessarily that way inclined, you could create a disconnect there. Maybe they'll be like, oh, I don't think they're going to be into me because they're into all of that. Not every partner that we have, resonates with what we do. I think the older we get, the more we realize that they have to at least accept that we're into what we're into. But just something that I think may come up for you this week. And then for those of you that are married or in partnerships, If I'm honest, it kind of looks like you guys are going to be collectively saying, right, I want to do this, I want to do this, and it's like you're just adding more and more and more and more, and I'm not entirely sure that's the best way to, after all, it is the devil card, right? So just think about what you're adding and why you're adding it this week, all right? With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.